Hello everyone. We're going to do an unboxing today of a factory sealed set of the Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden. Previously I opened the box, but we got some corrupted film, so I'm starting from scratch. It's already open. First we're going to look at some of the big figures we got, and then we'll go through the little figures. Alright, well here we go. This is your box set. You see the lovely artwork on the side. Night Hag, Fleeing Trapper, Abominable Yeti, and the Human Hunter. As you see, collect all 45 figures. Collect all 45 figures from the Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden, the latest set of randomly selected heroes and monsters of our exciting new D&D miniatures. Icons of the Realms. Adventure Path, the Spine of the World, and explore the isolated frozen tundra of the Icewind Dale. An unnatural, never-ending snowstorm has descended upon the region, and adventurers from all across Faerun have arrived to investigate its source. Will you be able to discover the cause of the storm, or will 10 towns be forever buried underneath the snow? Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden, includes exciting new monsters like the Tomb Tapper, the ferocious Abominable Yeti, and you can also meet many of its citizens of the 10 towns like Rygaga Nomads, and join fishing for their precious resource, Knucklehead Trout. This set also includes a form of Frost Maiden within herself, should you dare to enter her wrath. So, something new that WizKids has put in is a little brochure that basically shows off some of their products from is it WizKids? Yeah, WizKids. Such as, in previous videos you've seen me have it, the Eberron Sky Coach, the Elder Brain and Stalagmites, which is kind of cool. Icons of the Realms, Descend to Avernus. You got some bad guys and good guys. Rising of the Last War booster brick for pre-minted, some unpainted miniatures, and no game store near you? Buy online at dndmini.com. I just want to state that none of this is sponsored. I bought this all myself, so if I say something unkind, that's my thing. Apparently, there's a board game called Rock Paper Wizard. Three Dragon Annie. I have the original Three Dragon Annie. Might have to look into getting Three Dragon Annie a Legendary Edition and Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Now, I would love to have these guys. These are giant wall hangers and stuff, so just fun. All right, let's start with, and of course, it's cold, it's freezing. We have to start with the Abominable Yeti. Now, this figure is on a large base. He's pretty big. Let's get him a little closer. He's really good detailed. You feel like in one hit he's going to take your face off. The horns are cool. You can't really see it, but they have piercing blue eyes. But the way they painted it or they designed it, their brows are really sharp, so can't see it. But in the lore, they hide in snowdrifts waiting for you to walk by so they can see with your eyes and then spring out and get you. So there's that guy. One that's kind of cool. This set contains a lot of animals, and what I like about that is, so if your druid wants to shapeshift into a cat or dog or whatever, this set has it. I'm going to order up some more boxes and stuff to get the rest of the monsters, hopefully. But I'm only missing 3 animals that I got out of this set. So this is what is known as a snowcat, or the Hunters of Man in the module. Their whole gimmick is they're just big snow cats, like pumas or jaguars and stuff like that, but bigger. So yeah, they're on a large base. As you can see, there it is compared to a medium-sized creature. Oh yeah, let me show the Yeti. So yeah, huge base. Sorry, I said large base in the Yeti. It's huge base. So see, like human fits in his hand. Yeah. So anyway, there you go. There's that one. The unusual one I got was an orca. So there you go. It's a big orca. Huge base once again. Got it jumping out of the water. Great. I mean, I'm sure you fight one or something in the thing, but, if you go overseas, there you go. There's your orca miniature for your druid. Ready to go. Let's see here. The cutest one is a snow owl bear. Snow bear. It's funny. Basically, they're a snow owl and a owl bear combined into one. It's really cute. So, large base. It's kind of hefty. It's one of the ones I wanted just for cuteness. We have now the stag. It's really cool. Large base elk / reindeer, whatever you need it to be. I mean, we didn't have one before that I'm aware of, and I have a ton of miniatures. So, yeah, I think it'd be really cool. The fun thing in the Icewind Dale module is, which I'll be reviewing later, 1 out of every 6 of these guys have glowing antlers. So I don't know if they made a special like rare one or anything in the set that they painted with glowing paint. But if you really wanted to be cool, you could do that. Or you could just represent it with this guy. So anyway, moving on. The snow wolf. Aaron's like, well, isn't that a warg? Yeah, that's what I thought. But no, apparently they grow giant wolves up there that are intelligent, called snow wolves. They hunt in packs. They're a large base. So, I mean, if you could tame one, maybe you could ride it. I'm not sure, but they tend to be more intelligent than that. Anyway, so yeah, he's a big wolf. It's almost like they upscaled a wolf for this one. I mean, you could use him as, a dire wolf if you needed to. It's good for both, just for fun. Anyway, now here's this guy's unusual. This guy's called a frost salamander. He's basically, instead of being hot and heaty, he's a cold version. It's got a nice, that little tail wraps around. It's kind of cute. Huge base model. Really cool paint job. He shimmers. I don't know if you can fully tell that, but he looks shiny. But if you do it in the light right, he shimmers. He's really interesting. Don't know much about him. I'm gonna look him up and see what we can do with him. Anyway, moving on. And the coolest model I got from this set, because everybody needs one. Whoops, sorry. Is the white dragon. Really cool. The wings are separate. They come off. I ended up gluing mine on because they just didn't quite slot in right. But once they're in the glue, it held really well. I mean, look at that. I mean, looks all feral looking. I mean, that's a huge base dragon. I mean, I'll give you another PC perspective. I mean, think about that. Let's see. I have that's pretty much, yeah. So there you go. I really like him. The wings are done really well. The tail. I mean, if you needed the dragon miniature, it's a good one to get. I mean, they do have dragons in their thing, but I like this one. Really cool. Flaps around, flies. Anyway, moving on. All right, now we're gonna move into the small guys. Okay. Now, you heard me speak about the knucklehead trout. Well, I received 2 of them. They're real small, but they're trout. They're on a small size base. Don't know why, but there's a knucklehead trout. CR 1/2, I believe. Perfect for your druid once he gets swimming ability to turn into a big old fish. Or if you need to polymorph someone into a fish, there you go. There's your fish miniature. I don't know if they've made like a big fish before, but yeah, that's a small big fish. Anyway, really cool. Like the paint job, the little splash thing, like he's jumping there, because they describe them as, they're called knuckleheads because they can headbutt you. Like you get too close to water, they fly up, smack you in the face, and then jump back in the pool. So they're really kind of cool. So the next thing we have, and I cannot pronounce these things, but I want to say Chihuanga. I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to get him close there. Let's get him small, get him focused. Come on, focus. Come on, focus. Focus on the little guy. Not my hands. Yeah. Anyway, he's real small. He's covered in pine cones. That they make the little armor out of pine cones and everything. He's elemental. If you've ever seen Princess Mononoke, they remind me a lot of them. Those guys that, the little head turners. The cool thing about them is if you befriend them or do a favor for them or give them something, sometimes they bless you with boons and stuff. Like they give you like the ability to not be cold for 24 hours, or they might give you the ability to speak to animals or something. It just depends on what they want to give you because they're cool. I received 2 of these in the set. I got both the variants, one with Snowball and the other one with they say with spear, but they use the term spear usually. In the module, the spear is a knife, like a butter knife that he had sharpened. So I picture that spear really being a butter knife. It's kind of cool, but that's the cool thing about it. Let's go with my other set of doubles. I got what is known as Yeti Tykes. Basically, baby Yetis. Apparently, they start this small, which is a small base, and they move up to giganto size. I did not receive the middle Yetis. I'm not sure if there's any in there, but I do possess a couple of the old school Yetis. So, let's see here if I can get a better close up. There we go. There we go. That's a good one. They got 2 of these in the set. I really liked it. Thought it was kind of cool. So, yeah, there we go. All right. The vampire. Yes, they have new kobolds in this set. That was really cool. He looks like he's a miner. He's got a giant backpack on, so you could use him as a PC or a NPC, or even as a I'm basically a kobold trap layer. He's digging the holes so he can set the traps up. Really kind of cool. Red paint job, those scaly feet. They're known as snow kobolds. Apparently, they're immune to the coldish areas or something. I'm not really sure why they're snow kobolds, but I got one of that. Also, I picked up or received a vampire spawn kobold. Yep, that's right. What happens when vampires attack a kobold? And there you go. Apparently, there's some up there. Spoiler: watch out for vampires, even in the cold. Well, I guess when it's perpetual dark up there for 12 hours a day or longer, vampires will tend to run amok. All right. So we also have these guys known as snow goblins. Let me see if I can bring him in. I dropped him. That was my fault. I dropped him. Snow goblins. They're basically just your goblins. They're just, got a cool cloak and a helmet on and stuff. You could easily, in a non-game function, use him as like your goblin leader. He's pointing away like, get him! Ah! Stuff like that. So, yeah, I really like him. That's cool. So, there's that. For our next set, we're going to look at the gnome squiggling. Now you guys are like, that's no gnome. That's a mind flayer. That's true. It's what happens when a gnome gets corrupted into a mind flayer. They travel along on their long tentacles, their weakened body state, until they grow into them. It's like a baby version. And what happens when they fully grow? We get the gnome Ceremorph. That's right. A full-grown gnome-sized mind flayer. With his majestic cape and his little tentacles. So, yeah, they become mind flayers. That's what happens when you get a small mind flayer. Spoiler, you might meet some of these up there in the Icewind Dale area. They might just fly right by you. Alright, so let's go on to our bigger models. These are medium-sized, guys. These are the Rigged Nomad with spear and with cage. I don't know why they call it with a cage. I don't really see a cage. I don't know if it just didn't get put in, but he's got a knife. And that's still kind of cool. These are great barbarian thug characters, or assassins if you want them to be like, oh, they wear a special helmet that makes them bear assassins or something. Whatever you want to feel like, it's really kind of cool. You can tell the difference. Their cloaks are a little different. He's got a spear. This one's got a knife. Both draped in cold weather gear. They represent the barbarian tribe that runs around. Now, don't quote me on this one, but if you remember the Crystal Shard series, I believe this is the tribes that Wolfgar was part of before, he's knocked out and joined up with Dritz and Brunor and Calvary and all the other fun adventures that they went on. Anyway, that's these guys. Next, we have a wolf. Woof. Dry brushed, black, probably painted black, dry brushed with light gray, followed by a white. It's your classic wolf. You always need some. Great for druids to shapeshift into. Great for NPCs to have a pet or just want to attack the party with something. There's a wolf for you. Let's go with the human trapper. Now, what's cool about the human trapper is, unlike his counterpart, which I'll bring in a second, you don't know if it's male or female. So there's your ranger-looking cold weather gear survivalist. Could be male or female. Doesn't even have to be human. Could be an elf. They're kind of tall and bulky, but it's winter gear. You don't notice. I like the detail. Arrows, a little talisman, bows. Just flicked one. No real swords or anything on him, but maybe the cloak conceals that. It's the classic going out in the woods and finding something. Now, I'll put him down and bring out her. And the reason why I say her is because we've got ourselves a redhead. She's got a little face paint on, good bow skills. Redhead uses a bow. Remind you of anybody? It's not her, but I wonder if they styled it after her. Nice cloak. Got her arrows. Still, this little area here, I noticed on both of them, it's unpainted. It's like a set of gloves or things. I don't know what it is, but, it's the one gripe I have about this figure. But everyone, we have ourselves a red-headed archer. Move on to the Digger. We got ourselves a Digger Stone Guard. Basically, just your Digger fighter or a barbarian with his little mohawk. Kind of reminds me of the old GW Troll Slayer, but one if one could turn to an ogre or turn invisible. Little basic model, great skills. I like the dwarven swords. In LARPing, a lot of dwarven swords look like this, so it's kind of nice to know they have an aesthetic going. Got a little spiker armor. I really like it. Makes it really cool. Next we have the Duger Mindmaster. Dugers apparently are, tied to, psionics and stuff, which aren't officially in yet, but this guy is your mage. You could use him as a PC mage, maybe give him some little details and stuff. If you're just looking for a simple dwarven mage, there you go. He's nothing stands out. They did do detail on his belt right there. I thought that was really nice. Actually painted the belt buckle. But yeah, he's just basic. Gray robe, black belt, white beard. Oh, he's got a ring on. Forgot. He's got a little power ring on. He's, control the elements. No, they're the psychic wizards of the Dugers. Now we're going to bring out Mr. Billy Goat. You get 3 of these and a troll and you got a story. No, this is the weird thing. I don't know what happened, but his base is all jacked up, but you don't ever see that part, so that's cool. This is a mountain goat. And Tyndales, they eat these, they raise them, they milk them, they run around the place. I mean, if you want to be annoying, put one of these in your campaign. Have them follow around the PCs about 30, 40 feet back and just bray randomly to attract attention. When the PCs go to shoot it, have it scamper up places, have it climb. Also, fun thing, you need to climb really good. These guys are great to polymorph into or shape change into. Got a climb speed, got sure footing, all kinds of fun things. So, there you go. Great for your druid. As I said, this set contains a lot of animals for your druid. The only thing I've noticed, and I just point this out, is this mold line is terrible. But, I mean, it's a miniature. You put it on the table fast. Either you're going to kill it, eat it, or be it. So, I mean, mold lines aside, good sculpt. Trying to remember. Oh, yeah, her. This is Velneni Harville. She is one of the Council of Mages you will encounter. What's really cool about her is she's a great PC model, too. So, like, if you need a cleric or a necromancer or anything, she'd be a great stand-in, especially with that staff. Yeah, she's got a little book. Could be even a warlock if you need her to be. She is in the module as a named character. I've got only 2 named characters out of the dozens that they made. So, yeah, check that out. She's even got an eye patch. Great sculpt, lots of detail. Makes you go, man, that's really cool. Okay, so this is the character I've been using to show you guys size-wise. Her spear's been a little warped, or staff, whatever. She reminds me of the girl from Overwatch, the little ice girl. I don't know her name. I think it's May or something like that, or me. I don't play Overwatch, but I just have friends that do, and so I've seen her. But this is your typical cold weather outfit. She's got her little ferret as her pet. This would be a druid type person, but she is named in the Karim as Nas Latomir. Really kind of cool. Like it. Really good. Even more detail. Tons of folds. Patches. Someone that's been out in the wild and is, making it. So, there you go. We're going to move on now to our big boys. Our Ogar Ranger. 2 big half orc, half ogre, orky. I got 2 of them. What's cool about these guys is they're big and bulky. They're imposing on the battlefield. They'll let you know that they're here to strike, especially with that giant axe of theirs. If you ever played Warhammer Fantasy, they remind me of Black Orcs. Just big, bulky guys. Now they're Orthok, or whatever you want to say. You can't, because GW can't have trademark names. Anyway, yeah. I mean, you could use them as just 2 big orc war bosses type style guys, or use them as intended. You apparently meet a couple of them up there. This is the first time they've ever been printed, so yeah. Next, we have the Night Hag. This is one of the best, in my opinion, done models in the set. I mean, it even has detail like this gold painted. I can't even do that. And for a pre-painted miniature that you're probably paying somebody 5 cents to paint, that's amazing detail. I mean, she's got her staff like that, It's just, the old Night Hag was good, but this one is so much better. I mean, I'm glad I got this Night Hag. Anyway, I'm going to move on. If you have any questions or need to see close-ups of anybody, let me know. This guy, unfortunately, his spear is jacked, but it is Goliath Barbarian, I believe. Yeah, this will be the 3rd Goliath ever printed. Good Lord. In that image, it makes it look like his spear is just so wonkified out. He's another one I'm going to have to put in the... there you go. That's somewhat straight. Watch it. Just watch in a couple seconds. It's going to stand right up. Anyway, big bulky shield, big thing. There it goes. Starting to wonk out. Can watch it live on camera. Just twist and turn. Oh, his face is really cool. This will be my third Goliath character. There is a female Goliath out there finally for all you female players, but you have to paint her, which is nothing because she's a barbarian looking character, so she's really kind of cool. I like it. Detail on the shoulder there is a little piece of metal, like spikes, or yeah, spiked armor. He's just a big bulky dude, able to lift more than he should. We're gonna move on now. This is a Fleend. Fleend, what do they call it? The Fleend, and I said it on the box and I totally forgot. Fleend Trapper. Apparently, yeah, Fleends are super intelligent sub-race of gnolls. Let me get that out of his face. They worship the, Yugithar or whatever his name is. They believe that they're his chosen people. They're known for the use of the Fleend bar, which is basically nunchucks and spikes. I don't know if this is what this is. I'll have to look it up. But I like his tail. They did really good detail on his tail. He's wearing, this. I don't know if that's part of his demon self or if that is. I have one other one. He's got spikes like this, similar. So I think it's Fleens have spikes because of their demon nature. Notice he's more jackal-like. That is a bad glue job. Why he looks like he's got a Franken face. He's got a flip-top head. That's hilarious. He's not... They do good on some things, and other things they are terrible on. So, there you go. And for the last piece, which I think is very cool, WizKids always produces great translucent stuff. Ever since, they did it HeroClix, they did it here. This is the Brittle Maiden. It's the second form of the major bad guy of the campaign. So pretty. So it's just ice. She's just an ice monster. Can freeze you, can do all kinds of stuff. Really pretty. Like her base. The exploding upward of the snow and her pulling the water and freezing it. And her crown of icicles. Very pretty, very nice. One of the better sculpts, I have to say. As you see, she is 35 out of 45, so she's a rare, I think, or right at the edge of ultra rare. Anyway, so that was my take on it. There are some in here that I think are really good. Some that I love. I mean, look at this face. You see this sitting in front of you. What are you gonna do, huh? What are you gonna do? You're going to be like, oh, let's feed it. And then it tears your face off, But no, it's cute. I like him. This set overall, the one thing I have to say is I'm kind of disappointed was the miniatures. You could get a big miniature and it would be like, oh, I got an elk. Yay. Or you get this guy. I mean, it's feast and famine in this set. So overall, I wish they go back to the old set, but they're not. I mean, where you got like 6 miniatures in the set, 1 big, 5 little guys. That's all I want, is 5 little guys. Make your sets bigger, You used to be able to buy a brick and get almost every single one of... You guarantee to get every common. You might miss 1 or 2 uncommons. You'd get like 4 or 5 rares, and then you'd get almost the incomplete big guys. I wish it'd go back to that, but it's not. That's my only complaint. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you guys later.